Yeah, they use that term turning over in their grave. And if he could see where we are at right now after what he sacrificed, I wouldn't say that he wouldn't do it again because that was a calling. When you have a calling, you don't have a choice but to answer it. But I hate that black people have done a couple of things when it comes to Martin Luther King. First, they um, they act like he was soft, and they say like the Malcolm X's and the Huey Newtons and all those guys were the hard guys, and we're gonna be like them. And Martin Luther King was a punk. If they knew what that man faced, he was the strongest of all of them. Because, like I said, none of them went down into the belly of Mississippi and faced that hate, that devil, face on like that. They all strategically went in their places. This man had to go where the hate was palatable. And that's where he had to go to deal with the hate and the racism and the killings that that black people in those communities was going through. Only to go through that and have black people say that he was the soft one out of all of the people that did that. Shame on black people. Shame on us for where we are right now, for what he gave up, and a lot of others gave up for our rights. We have these rights because they were fought for. Now, this man, he got legislation passed. He ain't Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton. Those dudes are charlatans to me. Doggone money grubbers. This man, his purpose was to try and deliver us to the freedoms that everybody else enjoyed. And he gave his life doing that. And that's the shameful thing that black people have to face, because look at where we are now. Look where we are now from the Brown versus Board of Education, to get our kids to be able to go to school and learn, where there were actual people had resources and was teaching. Black people going to white schools and stuff that happened to them going to the white schools. We just, young black people still to this day, they just don't know how blessed they are that they had people like that fighting for them so that we could be where we are right now, and how we are abusing it. We are absolutely abusing it. Another thing we need to notice, you see how many white people were out there with us? That's right. There's always been a multitude of white people who stood by our side for that fight for our rights. And for black people to walk around with that hate in their heart, you're no better than the hateful white person. You're no better than the hateful white person.